Okay, I highly suggest that everybody watch this video. Yeah. Okay, I hate to say I told you so, not really, but I kind of enjoy saying I told you so, but I told you so. I've been showing you all these commercials, right? One after another, and I've got several more that show you that everything's about one thing. One race of beings taking over another race of beings, a new race of beings being birthed within the human race. I ask you before every video, what is this commercial really about? What is the narrative? What are they trying to sell? And so I have you listen, and then I have you, decide, well, are they really trying to sell anything? And then I show you the commercial, what it really is. And then we break it down and I show you how all the constituent parts of the commercial are cryptic. And they're really, it's an agenda to perpetuate an agenda for another race of beings that's taking over the human race. Isn't that what I always show you? Yeah. Okay, well, that's like supplanting. Okay, let me show you a definition. Make sure you watch this whole video, okay? Yeah. Supplanter often refers to governments and rulers of countries. Like, think of Obama and Hillary and what liars they are, and just think about it. So the name supplanter often refers to governments and rulers of countries, and it comes from the verb supplant, right there, this verb, which evolved from the Latin supplantare, meaning, look at this, to trip up or to overthrow. Well, Satan's job is to trip us up, cause us to sin, and to overthrow us and to throw us down. So a supplanter it's a government that takes over and trips up and overthrows another one. To supplant literally means to take over and replace. That's what supplants means. Um, let's just look at let's see if I have the verb. There we go, supplant right there. Make sure you look at this definition very closely. Supplant, to supersede and replace. What are all the commercials I tell you about? I say, what are they really all about? It's about another race of beings being birthed within the human race, taking over the human race. And look what it says. So, to supersede and replace, to replace, to supersede, displace, take over from. See right there? To supplant, to take over from. It's about another race of beings taking over from inside the human body. What did I tell you? That we all have our own evil twin. One right side up, one upside down. So you have one evil eye and one good eye. That's why once you get turned upside down, then your eye becomes single, and the Bible says, if your eye be single, the whole body is full of light. Let me show you a commercial that came out that someone sent to me. Dave the Wave sent this to me. I'm going to show you a progressive commercial, and they're making fun of guys like me and that are breaking down commercials. Let's watch.
Progressive claims to show people their competitors' rates alongside their direct rate to save you money. But what's really going on? When played backwards at 1/8 speed, we can clearly hear. Lively little locksmith. Lively little locksmith. What could that mean?
Tom! They're just commercials.
Or are they?
You're waking the neighbors.
Well, Mom, maybe the neighbors need to be woke.
I think it's actually awoken.
No, that doesn't even seem right.
No, it's awoken.
Revealing the truth to help you save.
Revealing the truth to help you save. Okay, so the whole premise for this commercial is so great. So it's saying, like, the whole progressive thing is really conspiracy. They're mocking people like, oh, there's a conspiracy. They're mocking everybody. And so let's break it down now, okay? Get ready. Just get ready. What did I tell you all the car commercials are about? What is the Maserati commercial about? We slowly come out of the darkness, walk out of the shadows, and strike. What about, the Jaguar commercial? It's time for a new plan. A new plan requires a new boss. We've already created a beast, but it's time for a new animal with using the same potent DNA. Okay, unleash the CATS, Combined Aerial Target System. I've done 4 or 5 of these so far. This is a commercial making fun of guys like me that are showing you the truth. Well, let's break down their little commercial here.
Progressive claims to show.
By the way, up here in this part where it says Progressive, Linda's name comes up. There it was. It comes up. There it was. Let's see if we can catch it. That's all right. I got a still shot of it. I'll show it to you. When those are playing, her name comes up. Watch.
Progressive claims to show people their competitors' rates.
So Progressive claims to show people their competitors' rates. And then they've changed the voice too, because you know how like on some of these videos, like the Jaguar commercial, the voice was changed to sound real demonic. So they're mocking everybody. So watch.
Alongside their direct rate to save you money.
Alongside their direct rate to save you money. Now look at the screen. Look, here's Linda and here's Linda. See, look, here's her face. Here's her face. Now just keep watching.
But what's really going on?
But what's really going on? And then it says, if you play it backwards, you can clearly hear.
When played backwards at 1/8 speed, we can clearly hear.
Lively little locksmith. Well, what did I tell you? The key to the kingdom of heaven is, you have to turn everything upside down and backwards, right? I told you, you've got your own evil twin, right? That's trying to destroy you like a doppelganger. And you're at odds with yourself. Well, I want you to look at some names here. What's this guy's name right here? Jamie. Her name was Linda up on the board. Now, her name's Flo, but up on the board we saw the name Linda. Let me show you just so you know it's true. Okay, so I freeze framed this. All right, Dave the Wave freeze framed it. You see Linda? Linda, Linda. Okay? And I'm sure there's probably more stuff in here if you catch it, but for what we're doing, we're going to look at the name Linda right there. There it is, Linda. Okay? Now, so we have the name Linda and we have the name Jamie. And then the mom comes down. And it's after they reverse the tape, and they say if you play it backwards at 1 something speed, let's hear it again. Let's play it. Let's go back. I'm sorry.
What's really going on? When played backwards at 1/8 speed, we can clearly hear.
When played backwards at 1/8 speed, you can clearly hear lively little locksmith, because that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to unlock and give you the key to the kingdom of heaven. Just keep watching. This is going to blow your mind. So they're mocking people that break, that are solving these riddles. They're mocking us by making a commercial of it. Just watch.
What could that mean?
Okay, now look, what do they have here? Now you have this guy, Jamie, and they're like, what could that mean? And look at how the all-seeing eye, and he's got his eye right here. What could that mean? That's fine. So the mom comes downstairs, and her son's in the basement, and they're making fun of him. Tom! And now watch.
They're just commercials.
Or are they?
They're just commercials. Or are they? Lynn, they're making him out to be a fruitcake, like, he lives in his mom's basement. He's all whacked out, and yeah, this is great. What's so crazy is they're really, really mocking y'all.
You're waking the neighbors.
Well, Mom, maybe the neighbors need to be woke.
Okay, that's very cryptic too, because arise, O sleeper, wake up from the dead, and Christ will give you light.
It's actually awoken.
No, that doesn't even seem right.
No.
And then she turns out the light. That's very significant. Okay, let's break it down now. Let's break this commercial down. It seems like just a funny spoof on making people look like conspiracy theorist nuts. Okay, so let's see. Starting from the beginning of the commercial. So the commercial starts out. Let's break it down.
Progressive
Okay, so all this stuff's going on up here, but the name Linda shows up here. We just missed it by one frame. Let me see if I can get it. There it is. Got it. See right there? See Linda right there? They only put it up there for one frame. There it is, Linda. Linda. Okay, well, let's have a look. Linda may represent Old German Lindy or Linda, meaning a serpent. A serpent. Oh, wow. Beautiful, pretty. The beautiful serpent. How about that? So like linda in Spanish, muy linda means very pretty, but it also means serpent. So it means pretty and it means serpent. How about that? Okay, well, okay, let's go back. Okay, so then they're like making fun. They're like, are they really comparing rates?
claims to show people their competitors' rates alongside their direct rate to save
Okay, this guy's name is Jamie.
you money.
Now look, did you see how the dollar sign split like one here and one here? And you're getting these double view images of the subject matter. See them? And they only put it in there for a second. Let's see.
But what's really going on? When played backwards at 1/8 speed, we can clearly hear. What could that mean?
Okay, lively little locksmith, lively little locksmith. What could that mean? Well, let me show you what it means. Remember, I did the case against Lucifer, remember? And the entire Vatican itself, the entire building, the building in the courtyard, is in the shape of a keyhole. And the Vatican is an upside down cross. So the only way to open that lock is to go back the other way. I showed you. Because the way it's constructed, it is locked and the key is down. And this is Satan's church upside down. Now get ready, folks. I told you. Get ready. Lively little locksmith. They could have picked any phrase. They could have used any phrase in the world, but they chose lively little locksmith. Okay, well, let's go back and let's look at some names and the meaning of names. Here we have up at the beginning, beautiful serpent. And now we have right here,
Their direct rate to save you money.
Jamie. And we have a double. See, there's two flows. And there's a double image of Jamie. There's two of them. See it?
But what's
It's only briefly.
really going on?
Well, let's look at the name Jamie. Here we go. Let me go back to the notes we put for you guys. Let's see. Jamie means the name Jamie. The name Jamie is a Hebrew baby name. In Hebrew, the meaning of Jamie is supplanter. So they're making fun of conspiracies, and the exact conspiracy is in here. Supplanter. Oh, wow. One that replaces, supersedes, or takes over. And they're like making fun of the conspiracy. And the conspiracy they're making fun of is actually in here. The guy's name is freaking Jamie. Look at it. The meaning of Jamie is supplanter right there. Supplanter often refers to governments like Satan's government, and it comes from the verb supplant, which evolved from Latin supplantare, meaning to trip up or to overthrow, to replace and supersede. So now you have the shining serpent, the beautiful serpent, supplanter, to taking over. And that is the conspiracy. And it's in a commercial that's making fun of conspiracies. I got something even better for you. Watch. So the mom comes down. What could it mean?
Backwards at 1/8 speed, we can clearly hear. What could that mean?
What could that mean? And it shows, you know, Jamie going like this. And the very next thing you hear is Tom. Tom. Right? Did you hear the mom call his name?
They're just
Tom. They're just commercials. Let's look up the meaning of Tom. Thomas. Let's see. Tom means twin. There it is. Tamu. Tama. Meaning twin. Right there. I told you so. In a commercial where they're making fun. They're making fun of people, you know, like the conspiracy theorists. And in the very commercial that they're using to make fun of us, they put the absolute truth. Isn't that amazing?
commercials.
Or are they?
You're waking the neighbors.
Well, Mom, maybe the
You're waking the neighbors, get it? Because we're trying to wake them
neighbors
up.
need to be woke.
I think it's actually awoken.
No, that doesn't even seem right.
No.
She turns off all the lights. Wow. Wow. This comes on the heels of showing you all these commercials. What do you think the odds are? Linda means serpent. Let's make sure we saw Linda in there. Okay, Jamie means supplanter. There it is. Jamie is a Hebrew baby name. The meaning of Jamie is supplanter, one that takes over. A new Lady Gaga, my performance at the Grammy Awards with the egg and the rebirth is about another race of beings being birthed within the human race. Supplanter. What does Linda mean? Linda means, there it is. Linda meaning a serpent and beautiful, pretty. Oh, wow. Beautiful serpent. And Thomas means twin. Every single thing I've been telling you is in this commercial. Go back and watch my other videos. Every single thing. And the lights just went off. Oh, yeah. There it is. I've got some more commercials for you. I've got some other ones. Anyway, there it is, man. Blow your mind. It's the Theory. Look, Theory Progressive Insurance commercial. That's the one. If you want to type it into YouTube, go watch it yourself. And just in order to make sure you saw every single thing, I stopped it.
Progressive claim.
And it said Linda. And it said Linda. I'm sorry, I had a little glitch. Hopefully this audio is better. Let's see.
Progressive claims.
So in here, it says Linda at the top. I showed you that in a freeze frame. Okay. So we have the name Linda, which means beautiful serpent. Then
People are competitors rates alongside their direct rate to save you money.
this guy's name is Jamie, and you see how they made the screen, see the dollar sign splitting in half, and their faces did the same thing. Let's go back. I want to catch it.
Money.
You got to catch that one frame.
Going on. When played backwards at 1/8 speed, we can clearly hear. What could that mean?
Okay, what could that mean? And they put in the all-seeing eye because they know that people are catching on, so they're trying to make fun of it. Like, oh, these guys are wacko. But everything they put in this thing is cryptic. Ah, it's everything I've been telling you. Wow. So, Jamie, what does Jamie mean?
They're just commercials.
Or are they?
Jamie means supplanter. Supplanter. That's what Jamie means. To supplant, to take over from. This is the absolute truth. And they're making fun of everybody in this commercial, making fun of like the guys in the basement. That's just amazing. That is just amazing. Amazing. And then Thomas means twin. I told you you have your own evil doppelganger. That's why Jesus was crucified between two guys, one good and one bad. They represent this. They were both thieves. You know, get it? They're the same. One's good, one's bad. One was repentant, one's non-repentant. And Jesus reconciles the two. That's why he was crucified in the middle. All glory to God. Thank you, Dave the Wave, and whoever sent that in. Ha! What a bust.